Proteins, the purple blobs in this close-up of an animal cell, are the most complicated molecules known. A cell contains thousands of kinds of proteins, which carry out a variety of functions. In most cases, a protein's function depends on its complex three-dimensional structure. Click on each protein to see a demonstration and description of its function. Note how function depends on protein shape and changes in shape. Structural proteins have many functions. Like tent poles and ropes, they shape cells and anchor cell parts. They may serve as tracks along which cell parts can move. They bind cells together, making organized units such as muscles, and they bind muscles to bones. Hormonal proteins help coordinate an organism's activities by acting as signals between cells. For example, insulin, a hormonal protein secreted by the pancreas, signals an animal's cells to take in and use sugar. The hormone receptor is also a protein. Receptor molecules bind to signal molecules and can then emit second messengers which trigger changes inside a cell. Receptors are thus important links in the system of communication among cells. Some signal molecules, such as hormones, are also proteins. Transport proteins carry molecules from place to place. The example shown here allows certain solute molecules to enter the cell. Hemoglobin is the transport protein that carries oxygen in the blood. Sensory proteins detect environmental changes such as light and respond by emitting or producing signals that call for a response. Enzymatic proteins, or enzymes, speed up chemical reactions. Enzymes are involved when the stomach digests food, when cells manufacture ATP, or when they replicate their DNA. Storage proteins stockpile building components that cells can use to make other proteins. Storage proteins in seeds provide raw materials used by the developing plant, unless an animal eats them first. Gene regulatory proteins bind to DNA in particular locations and control whether or not certain genes will be read. This allows cells to become specialized for different functions and respond to changes in their surroundings.